Hey guys, welcome to another Anon Gremlin video. Today we are looking at the Ushior ultra rare pistol in Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer. Sorry if I butchered its name there. Its damage is 509, it has a rate of fire of 70, max clip size of 1, a max ammo of 18, an accuracy of 60 and a weight of 25. As per usual, there are no modifications on the gun or skills invested in my character to improve it in any way, and all gameplay is recorded on silver. And with that, on that note, we shall move on and go into gameplay. And my first thoughts for this gun, I got into a game, I spawned in, I went to use it. I always do a game where I don't look at the stats, so I'm kind of like looking at it from a neutral perspective. I'm not letting the stats influence how I feel about the gun. And I used it, realised it had a max ammo of 1, instantly died and just went, what the fuck. I tried to keep swearing to a minimum on this channel, but that was literally my reaction. With a little chuckle, I was like, what the fuck is this? It is an awful pistol. I did not enjoy playing with it at all. As you can see in the gameplay, it is very weak, and you're probably seeing me use my skills more than the pistol just because the pistol is useless. It doesn't really do much. If I was to play a game where I was just showing you the pistol on its own with me not combining with the skills, you'd see me die a lot and you wouldn't be seeing me do a lot. I wouldn't be contributing to my team at all. So I just went on a little bit of a rampage there, slagging this thing off. What is so bad about it? And I think it is one thing that may have alerted you as soon as you saw this video. It has a max clip size of 1. It has 1 bullet in its chamber, so you can shoot 1 bullet and then you have to reload. This would be fine if it was a high damaging gun, but a damage of 509 is absolutely nothing really. It basically means that you're taking away a fraction of brute enemies' health, even at quite close range. It means you have to put 4 or 5 bullets into a brute enemy to kill them, which is absolutely awful considering you're having to put in 1 bullet, reload, take your time reloading, shoot another bullet. You end up just dying, you end up having to rely on your skills a lot. This gun is basically useless. This gun is basically, if you wanted a character, you wanted to go, hey, I want to use my skills, I don't want to have to worry about weapons, you'd equip this thing, because even if you did resort to using it, it wouldn't be doing much. It's basically a gun that isn't there, it doesn't do anything. And that is what it says in its description. It says it's a gun that allows you to use your skills more. It definitely does, because you don't use the gun at all because it is so weak. Its rate of fire obviously is very poor, just because you can only shoot 1 bullet and then you have to reload. Obviously that's going to mean you can't fire out too many bullets at once. Again, rate of fire is something that does annoy me. I do like a high rate of fire gun. This gun would be fine if it didn't have such low damage. We've seen guns with a max clip size of 1 moving on to max clip size. We've seen guns like the Ushior which are okay and they have a max clip size of 1 just because that 1 bullet does a lot of damage. I don't think a lot of people would mind. I wouldn't have minded if this was a 1 max clip gun that did a lot of damage with that 1 bullet. If I could take out a brute enemy with 1 bullet with this gun, or about 9/10 of their health, I wouldn't really mind. But the fact that I wasn't even taking out a quarter of their health with each bullet really summarises how poor this gun is. Its max ammo of 18 isn't really a problem because you don't rely on the gun too much, so you won't find yourself running out of ammo. Obviously if you are relying on it a lot, having to put 4 or 5 bullets into an enemy, that basically takes away like a quarter of your max ammo, so you won't be able to kill a lot of enemies before you run out of that ammo. But again, max ammo doesn't matter because you're not going to be using it. It's absolutely awful. It's a gun that really makes you rely on your skills. It really helps you boost your skill play basically. I found myself having to use a lot of skills in playing with this gun, a lot more than I usually do. Its accuracy is fine, but again, that accuracy, you want an accurate gun that can get critical hits, and those critical hits will do damage. Critical hits with this weapon, considering it's accurate, don't do very much. You can get critical hits off and they don't seem to do much more damage than a normal body shot and non-critical hits, so accuracy isn't really nothing. Its weight of 25, what the hell, why does it have such a high weight? At this rate, if you were to just equip a pistol that you could use alongside your skills, choose a common weapon. They're lighter, that will affect cooldown less, and they do a lot more damage than this fucking thing. This is an absolutely awful pistol. I can't stress how many times I've said awful in this review. Take a shot for every time I've said it, you'll be drunk in no time. But I just really didn't like it, and this gun really summarises for me the problem of Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer. It seems like nobody tested it. Guns like this should not have got out of any sort of phase in the development. They should have really played 1 game of it. Well, that's all they had to do, play 1 game with this pistol and realise it doesn't do much, boost its damage or do something to it. The fact that this gun is in the final game and we are 1 month into its release and it hasn't been patched to be effective, and it is an ultra rare, not even a common, is disgraceful. It's really bad that a gun like this at ultra rare rating is so bad. It's probably the worst gun I've used on the game, period, and that is what annoys me. And I think that's where BioWare have really kind of cocked up with this game. They've done a dirty on us by not testing out guns. It's so blatant when you test out guns like this Ushior here, and you realise that there wasn't any testing for these guns to get through and seem effective to the developers, because the developers haven't seemed to patch it. Even when we got 1.5, this gun wasn't patched. So this gun is awful. It's going to take my title of worst gun. I'm surprised I'm saying that for a pistol and not an assault rifle, but it was useless, and it has really disappointed me with the game overall. It's made me think this game really was rushed. It wasn't a game that a lot of thought was put into. I love the game. As you can probably tell, a lot of my content is a lot more positive than many people's, but this gun kind of takes the biscuit for me for being absolutely awful and really putting the game in perspective and taking away the fun of the game, especially because it has that ultra rare ranking. I don't think I'd mind as much if it was common. I could just kind of disregard it, but you're opening like 100,000 credit packs to try and pack this ultra rare, and it's useless. So I think BioWare really have to sit down and take a long hard look at themselves and think, how the hell did this get into the finished game? So this was more of a rant at BioWare, more on the review for the Ushior. But let me just reiterate, this is an awful gun. No modification will help it. It's not even useful on silver really. I'd recommend just equipping a common pistol if you're looking for something to use alongside skills. It does make you focus on your skills a lot more, and that is what's said in the description. It is a gun to be used alongside skills, but it's just awful. It doesn't do anything, it doesn't help, it hinders you. So there we go. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been a lot more negative than it usually is, and I'm sorry about that, but this game really did grind my gears. So thank you very much and enjoy your day.